Hello, everybody. Welcome to another of my streams. This time we'll be building OAuth. I'll give some more time for people to jump in. Welcome. So, everybody, say hi in the chat. How are you doing today? Just getting everything started. Things kind of are a bit hectic right now. So let me close all the unnecessary windows. Start the share screening and get started on things. So who do we have in chat? Don't be shy, say hello. Please let me know that everything is working. And okay, here we go, my share screen. And let us pull up some nice information. So just something here for the review. Again, I'll just give everybody a few more minutes. Please use the time to say hi in the chat. Let me know that you're watching, who you are. What do you want to see today? Today we'll be building a OAuth package for this website. There's a check Google. Not sure why I got the strange refresh. Okay, I will have to log in after 100 years. That's going to be fun. Because it's been a freaking long time since I logged in, and I have two logins. So let me move that over here and see which one is going to work. Great, so that one worked. All right, so let's see chat. Oh, everybody's shy today, but that's fine. So we have that ready, but not entirely. Oh, they have infinite scrolling. I hate infinite scrolling. Let's see, we first need to go over here. And they don't have it easy either, so. There you go. So that's what we'll be needing. And then let us get started, almost 4 minutes in. So OAuth is one of, let's say, the main protocol to allow login with a third party into your website. So it's usually login with, Facebook, Google, all that stuff, and a lot of other services have that as well. So we search for OAuth. Of course, we got the basic ones, but then as we get more in, let's see here, of course, the Meteor developer, Reddit, Keycloak, Rally, you can Google, Instagram, LinkedIn, Yahoo, GitLab, and it is endless. So it's a lot of third-party packages, and actually there is here this link account package, which is part of what we'll be doing today as well. After we create our package, we'll also add it into this. And what this package does, it allows you or it allows the users to connect multiple OAuth logins to one account, which by default is not possible in Meteor, because in Meteor.js it's always one-to-one. You either have like login with OAuth or password and with one account. And if you try like to log in with another, or if you cannot even add to that, or for it to add to that so that you can log in with those things, you will have to use this package, which we maintain in under community packages. And so that will be the main thing that we'll be adding there at the end to make sure that the package is with everything ready to go. Okay, so for yourself, what you will need will be some sort of documentation of how your service that you want to do manages things. Oftentimes it's like OAuth 2 or something similar. And then you will have to go into their system and set up everything up. And you can see here I've set up here all my redirects and all that stuff is ready to go. We have like here some other things, and then we will need a new repository where we are going to keep things. So in our case, let's see, should probably good idea that we could do. Actually, no, not today, but other time. I'm thinking that we could probably like do basic template under community packages for this. So let's see. Do I want it under my personal account or put it to Freedom Base, which is kind of my potential company in the future with all these packages I put in there? Yeah, let's put it. It would be definitely public. So Seznam Meteor out will be the name of that repository, and I'm just still double checking if under myself or the organization. Let's do it under organization. That will be best. So it's Meteor.js. Ignore file we don't need here. Let's just add here README. Let's do MIT license and create that repository. Now on my Kraken, I'm going to clone this. It's ready to go. So here we go. We have the initial commit with everything. But that's not the important part. I will now open up so it was from S. Here we go. Seznam Meteor OAuth. Great. So we have all the basics ready to go. And now we need to figure out what the heck are we going to do? How are we going to tie it all up into the existing Meteor infrastructure? So I'm going to use what hopefully maybe in the future will make into a template. And let's see, what do we want specifically? I want to find some OAuth package I did in the past. And where could we find it? So when you have too many things, it can become tad annoying to find what you're looking for. But I think it should be. Maybe I put it over here. Let's double check here quickly. No, so this is just clean. I did already few previously. If we look at, let's take a look actually on Atmosphere. On probably sign in, shouldn't I? So let me just quickly sign in here and check my packages to kind of give you the overview. Here we go. Being super secure. So there we go. Nope, that goes the wrong place. Actually, they will be changing. So you go under Storyteller, you will find all my packages. So I did for discount, for line. Sorry, not discount, Discord. I'm kind of curious. Why do I see it over here? Account admin. So let's check under your accounts Discord. So let's check over here. This one, yes. So this is the basic structure. We have 3 packages actually with every OAuth. That's the, not sure if minimum, but the minimum you really need are 2. The config UI is optional, but I would still highly recommend it to kind of keep with the traditions. So I will be doing a bit of a cheating here. I'm going to copy these 3 right here. And first things first, let's rename them. So we have the account and then the name of the package or of the provider. Then we have the OAuth package itself. And then we have the config UI. So let's start with the config UI. It will be, I put it as a storyteller. Under Discord. So if that's the case, then I'll do it the same thing for myself, and I just have to change it upstream. That's fine. So what we have here, the config UI, as it's a Blaze configuration template for, in this case, Seznam out. So we have this storyteller, and we'll have the git different. So it will be Seznam Meteor out. And we'll have here, everything will be and differently. So we have all the names here ready. Let's just change that here as well. So if you look on the CSS, it just here is the in this case, so the old Discord will have the new Seznam logo. So we'll get the logo there and in base 64. So that's still something for us to do. And let's see, did I miss any package here? Strange. No dependencies. That's possible. So what do we have here? First of all, I'll just, of course, change all Discord to Seznam. It tells you what you should do here and how to configure things. For Discord, it's very straightforward. So I will have to take a look into the other examples as well, because in our case, what we'll be putting in and what's then to configure is we have usually some client ID and client secret. So if we go back to here to Seznam, we have client ID and client secret. So they are calling client secret as well. So we keep that. Just make sure that we have all the names set correctly. So then we have the site URL, which we'll have to add there. So first we'll tell them, go here and create new application, set authorizer the URI to this address, so that what happens is once you call the service, the authorization is going to happen on that service, and then the user is going to be redirected with information back to your website, which specifically is going to be your website, then /_OAuth/ the name of the service. And then we need to add in here as part of the configuration to get the client ID, client secret. I think there should be an option here to add it as a immediately there. That's in the place. We'll test that in our testing application later on. So this is kind of the basics, what's going to appear. So we have one of the first versions. Let me just quickly check the latest templating version, because if we are doing something new, we should be doing it with the latest version. So with that, things are set. So next we have here accounts Seznam, which I'll just quickly go through here. Let me just copy the future Git repository as once I move things. And we can get here also, you'll see start getting dependencies about ECMAScript, account base, and then we have account OAuth, and then we'll need Seznam OAuth will also imply, so that things get pressed forward. And we'll have here as a weak dependency but you don't actually have to have it as a dependency, but it will be the config UI. So, and then we have notice. So let's check out the notice. And that's just a notice here. So you're using account UI and account Seznam, but didn't install the configuration UI for the Seznam out. You can install it, and it's there. So that is if you're using the accounts UI package. So that's for Blaze. So with that, we are almost there for this package. So the notice, and now we have here, we register the service. Then what we need to do is, of course, add the actual function that we'll call on the client, which is Meteor.logging with Seznam. And we'll prepare that. So then we'll have here the credential request, and this is mostly, and through all that, at the end here, we have the inclusion into the Meteor object itself. And we just need to make sure that we have all the names correct here, or things are not going to work. And then here we define what fields should be published from to the client automatically. If we want to do that, don't have to do that at all, but then you have to manage it yourself. So for other users, it's usually just the username. We'll have to check what we get from Seznam to make sure this is correct. And then we have the services.seznam for login users. So we have all the information for the user that is logged in. So that's very basically the account Seznam package, or accounts dash whatever your package is. And the main magic happens in the main package here, which is Seznam-OAuth. Let's see if I still have that copied here properly. So let's check that the names will be correct. And then we export the Seznam namespace. So Seznam client and Seznam server. Let's check the namespace. So that's the global Seznam. I think, especially going forward, that is going to be deprecated, or should not use it well, but it's good to have this for backward compatibility. So we get Seznam from namespace and start adding to that here on the client the necessary functions. So we already saw that there's the request credentials. Let's just change that here quickly to Seznam. You see it down here. Then we'll start changing the addresses here. Let's just quickly go through this. And then at the end of this call, or how this starts, is there's OAuth.launch login, which will call the address here with all the parameters. And then for us, it's then important to set the proper width and height so that it fits nicely in. Of course, starts at the beginning checking out we actually have the necessary credentials to open this. And so that's that. We'll come back to that later. But first, let us go here through finishing up renaming things. We have some whitelisted field. I don't think we'll need that. Then we define here on the server, we register the service as a Seznam with 2 here stands for OAuth 2. And then we have here all the necessary things as well. The user agent, I can be naming just quickly here. And here we again see this is kind of the second step, because once they log in, you then request additional information so that you can fill out the profile. So that's where we'll probably spend a little bit of more time as we move these things forward. So we'll start then on the client. So here we get all the configurations, all that nice stuff. And then, we need to figure out what's our scope and have the proper link or the address ready to go on that. So what we want now then to find is, of course, the documentation. And would you look at that? Here we go. We have actually, that's almost exactly how we have it, in our code. So let's take a look here. So let's get rid of this. So here we have the client ID. As I said, this is pretty much identical. Just need to make sure it looks nice. So then we have the scope, which we'll have to look into if that's what we want. Response type is code, so that's identical. Then we have the redirect URI. So that will be this. And finally, we have state, which is what we need there. So we need to now, for this initial start, we need to do last thing, and that is to check the scope. What are the scopes available? And we have here, actually before that, they have a design manual, and they do have the, let me download their images. Oh, and I forgot looking at this, that I need to increase the view so you have much more interesting. Guys seem to tell me these things if I forget. Okay, that's a little bit too much, because now I don't see anything myself. Now we can go this for now. So that should be much better visible. And then usually, okay, so here they have the scopes. So identity, and we probably want, so we have 4 scopes here: identity, contact, phone, avatar, and if the user is an adult. So we definitely want the identity. That's the bare minimum. So first of all, since we now have the list, we do have here, okay, in Discord it was whitelisted fields or scopes. So here we'll do Seznam let's use the known scopes instead of whitelisted fields, and let's put them here. So we have the identity, contact phone, and there was avatar, and finally adulthood. So for myself, for Literary Universe, we'll definitely need identity. We don't care about contact phone. Avatar is always nice to have, and then adulthood. For Literary Universe, especially adulthood for later features where we want to have parental accounts and all that stuff will be really nice. So now that we have those, and you can see that they mention here that you will get them back once you call API version 1 user based on what we allow ourselves to get. So that will go into the scopes section. So if we go back here, we see we have options, request permissions, and then we make that into a nice string or flat scope there. So we'll clear this and then just do flat scope. So you can see it's a bit dated code. That's just how this is. So we can probably make this into template literal, have it a bit nicer, but this also works because it's a freaking long link. So by default, we'll just ask for identity. I believe that's how it was. Yes, identity. Let me double check if it's typo here. So we have the identity by default. I think that's a sensible default because the application, it really depends on what you want to use it for. But let's remember that we have this request permission. So that's when you call, and also to double check once we get later on into it, there should be an option to have it in the settings. So I'll check once we get there. So with that, we have the initial step done. Here we have the service registration. So once we get, and this gets triggered once we have, once the user gets back to our service with their initial token, identity, and scopes, or scopes. So we'll have, here we have some like stuff like username. Let's take a quick look what we'll be getting OAuth user ID. We'll actually also get username. Can get the domain. We don't really care about the domain in this case, unless we actually want to build the email, which we'll probably have to do here. So we have here the OAuth user ID. Let's start putting it in here. So ID will be OAuth user ID. Username is username. Then we have what's called domain. Let's put in here email, the access token, token type that we'll get. Wait, actually, no, we are getting that later on. So now I'm not exactly sure. So we'll have to test that. So remember. So I think this is just the initial return, or we can actually check in the documentation. So because what happens is what we'll get back on after the initial one, we get a token or code that we then need to get into token, and then we get the information about the user. So this is what. So let's see, identity. Okay, never mind. So I was correct. This is and because what happens here? So you see here we get the tokens. We get that from the query that comes back. So here we get our configuration, and we need to prepare to get the token. For that, we'll call post to the token address here. I think everything else stays the same. Grant type, authorization code, and we have the code, client ID, secret, and anything else. So we get, and from that we get the standard RFC or standard response for OAuth, plus the OAuth user ID, account name, which is the email, and scopes that we put in. That almost gets everything we want. Almost, the keyword here. So and so from that we get the initial tokens. And I think since it's already set for the email that it will return to us the object saying account name. We'll just grab that into the service data, which is what goes into the profile. We have the identity here, but we can get that from tokens as well, at least according to this documentation. And scope we already have from, okay, we have that from the token. And that's, here they are called scopes. So everything with their proper name. Of course, then the next step is to get the data about the user. So we'll fetch this method is get. Let's double check that. So it's get. The authorization is bearer with the token. Here they have lowercase b. Okay, whatever is that, and it wants us to also accept application JSON. So that's what we sent. And if everything is correct, we should get all the information we asked for. So now this you will have to adjust according to your service for this example. It's worked out pretty well so far, which means now is the time to do a test application. Actually, let's create here. And while we are at it, let's do it in the latest Meteor 3 to check that everything works as it should. So Meteor create. We want to also do Blaze. That's part of it. And we want to do release 3.0 beta 6. I'll name it test app. And let's hope everything works. I'm going to do a symlink for these packages here. And we shall see. Hopefully we will not have that many problems with Blaze and other Meteor packages. That will be, if that's the case, then I'll just revert to Meteor 2, and this is not about Meteor 3 this stream. So let's see what the released version here we have. You can see here that it's trying already to use the new Git clone for Blaze, but I think there's one for Blaze, so it's using the one that's put in the release. So you can like a backup if it doesn't exist or there are some issues. Very nice. So everybody in the chat, how are you doing? Feel free to ask any questions. I'm trying to monitor the chat as much as I can. And I'm going to move it more like this, so it's more visible for you guys. There we go. So now here we have a test app. Yes, so since there is jQuery, all that stuff is definitely a Blaze test app. You can check it here as well. Now, I have to remember back in my days how Blaze exactly works. So we'll figure this one out. Okay, let's see. We want to have packages folder because at least for now, or also for the future, I want to ensure that we have the latest versions. So cd test app packages, and I will have to do the symlinking here, which is of course an L. The source will be start with account Seznam, and will that be enough? The config, and then we have the OAuth. And they are here. Great, perfect. So with those in here, I'm going to do Meteor add, and we'll do Storyteller account Seznam, and Seznam config UI. Oh, come on, of course not. Oh, because Did I put the correct? Is here. Oh, the account. I put accounts instead of account. Makes me wonder just if I have the naming here correctly, if it's accounts or account. Okay, so it's accounts. That's what I thought. So B sheet. I think we'll have to redo here the symlink. And here in the packages, I'm just going to fix that. And I have to double check that we also get the, yes, we get the Seznam OAuth package as a dependency of the account Seznam. So that's why you usually only need to add only one package into your application. So with that, done, everything is set. What we now want to do, though, is I think since we have already the accounts base and everything set, the only thing then we have to do is in the config UI, there should be this template. Correctly, I should be able to do this crazy name. It should just appear there. So let's take a look. Okay, so it fixed itself there with the packages. And it's on localhost 3000. I didn't use the open up. So. Okay, so that's there. It's not the. Let me think how this works. I do believe let's actually do here Meteor at counts UI. Let's see how that one is going to work. And we are waiting. There we go. Let's look at the. So here we go. Logging buttons. That's what we need. And I think that should be. That should be the main big thing that we need. And Ta-da! It's automatically there. Configure Seznam login because it detected we don't have anything in, and it also shows us the Discord logo. So let's probably start with fixing that first. So because I downloaded their crazy. Okay, so they have SVG. And I think given that the background is going to be red because that's the color there. Should probably check their style guide. So let's see if I can just put it here. No, okay. It's annoying. Meteor and Meteor account. But we want to have the maybe Seznam because I want to start with their name. So where do we go? Here we go. So we want to have this flag. So let's see. SVG to base 64. Exactly what we need. Let's drop this. Yes, here for the background image. This is what we need to add or change there. Just this, and that was in our UI, in the CSS. And well, it's the size does not fit. Let's be honest about that. So maybe that was not the best service to get it done at. Okay, so we need to upload the file again. We got there were two images for some reason. Let's try that. So so let's take a look. So now it's white as it should be, but the size is completely crazy. Which makes me think maybe they have this base 64 website is not good. Let's try this one. For some reason, my browser tends to freeze when I'm supposed to upload. See? Just okay. I'll just take too long with all the freezing. So I think can I just no. My bad luck here comes. Yes. Why is it such a problem to? Maybe because I have one hard drive which is on its last legs, and that might be it. Uh, just get me to freaking Meteor. I don't know why it's so difficult for the browser to navigate there. Let's. There we go. Okay, you want the white one, or maybe Linux is just going crazy. So previews looks good. Good here, or maybe was it because I copied wrongly? Hmm. It's now different color, so but nope. Let's see what we can do here to 16 by 16 with height. Yeah, so still does not like it. If I remove that, it goes even more crazy. Has some maybe 30 by 30 for some reason is the minimum. Maybe even more. Makes no sense because it should adjust according to how it's going to fit. Absolute inline block. Chat, any ideas how we can fix this? Any interesting oh, look at that, we can move it all around the background position, center. Okay, background size contain. That's what was missing here. So with that, we have our thing, and then once you click on it, let me make this so it's correct. You will get this pop-up, which will tell you go to this, then you have this, and then you copy the client ID and client secret. So let's do that. And looks like I will have, since I'm showing it here, I will have to delete it and generate new ones. But that's fine. That's life. Okay. Let's find the so that's the client ID. Here you have the client secret. It's pop-up based. Save configuration. Hello, something is not correct. Service Seznam already configured. So I think, ooh, not good, not good. Looks like we have somewhere an issue, and this is in the UI. Property. That, let's take a look if we have any Discord stuff renaming that where it should not be. These little ones. Just some samples. I'll just change them here. So that we get a better idea. If it's just here, then and Discord, so this is fine. It's time. So we have only Discord here, which is in the .versions, which will get updated once I should not be in a test app. There's no reason for that to be the case. So let's remove these versions. That gets pushed once we have. Oh, wait, I did a symlink, so why isn't it updated over here as well? That's not good. So let's see the project, no Discord. No Discord. So why? Okay, now it's picking it up. Think. Let's just try to. Already configured. Let's see here. Configure service for Seznam. So that should be it. This is all correct. So we did all that correctly. Could this be a bug that it's not detecting the configuration? Let's see how. Oh, great. No, do not annoy me with updates. Let me open up my database browser, and the best to go with Compass, as that one doesn't have, should be easy to connect quickly. Login service configuration. Okay, so the error is lying to us because there's nothing here. No data here, so it's not configured. So this might be an issue with Meteor 3. Not exactly what I wanted, but we do have workarounds for this as well. So we'll have to try those. This collection has no data. So the second one, which I will do only here for this, and I will have to get from my structure because I don't remember out of the top of my head. I'll have to get that from the settings file I have here. So to do that, I'll set things up. We have to go to packages and service configuration. Here we add our Seznam stuff. Now, upon setting the server with the settings file as an option, to pick them up and add them to the database. That's the default behavior in version 2. And ooh, okay. Looks like the service configuration in Meteor 3 is not updated as it should be. That's an unwelcome setback. So what are we going to do here? Of course, the correct and proper way for open source is to go in and fix the issue, especially if we are able to do so. So, and we have been using the correct version. So here we are in there. So that's in the service configuration server. So find that file. So index async creation has been done. But here, this should be abstract async. And for each, let's change this to for off if we want to add. This is going to become async, but since it's on the startup, I think we can get away with just having this as an async. And in order for us now to run with these changes, I will have to get the better meter. But since we are already fixing things here, meteor, get everything sorted, and ready from here and fix our issue with here itself. So let's find this file, service configuration. I will probably want to have check the accounts UI, why they are not saving. Why they are not saving what we want them to save. So the drop down. And I will be going through this fast because I've been working on this in the past. So here we have this here, passwordless. Okay, here are the events. And services, passwordless services. So far no typos. Let's see, maybe not here, maybe the dialog over here. So this is the login button. And in single login, this will be probably here we go. This is login buttons, log out. So we have the events and helpers. So that's what we want to check in here. So that's the helpers. Cannot configure. So client, so that's fine. Configured, cannot configure. Why not? What's the duration? Let's check our service configuration if maybe something is here. So we have the startup that's for the settings. We have the index here. What is the common? The Mongo collection, config error. Yeah, that's cute, but with the error and all that stuff. But where exactly is the configuration call happening? That is the big question. So that would be somewhere where we can have the account or the service configuration as a dependency. Here we have in the not good here. So, okay, so here I find one async, but why did it? Let's see. I saw there's something fine. Okay, so that will get us the fine. So this is just for the cursor, so we don't have to worry about async. And this is just the regular service configuration happening. Interesting. So test, let's see. Huh. Well, I would expect it. So this is just find, and this is find one async. Well, this is perplexing. It should be. We have the accounts UI stuff, the versions there. I do not. Alt encryption support. And here we have another issue. Configure find. And this will have to be async, I believe. And it's on a server, so update is not going to cut it. So we'll need const configs 8. Maybe I do recall there was some sort of for each async, I believe here. So I think async. And do await here, but we don't actually even need to do that. If that is how it works. Bit of an experimentation here on this. Okay, so this is a package which you should have, OAuth encryption, as that will handle that automatically. We'll give this a try in a moment once we actually figure out how to get things working. So we have that going, but we want to try to start it one more time again with the few changes we made. No, looks like there is some already work to beta 10 or something. No, it's the old alpha. Okay, so that might not happen. But let's see. Hi, Laurie. How are you doing? Sorry, just noticing you now. Deep in the codes. So once again, we check. We don't have login service configuration is not there yet. And let me start the let's put our testing ones there like this. And it says it's already configured, which is not possible. And because here is not. So to track this down, okay, we found the error. So here we go. Here is the function configure login service. And it will do the yeah, this is not going to work because we need to wait. And here is also then insert async, which is also not going to work. And I'm not sure if I just do async here, if service await we need insert async. This should be, I think, the fix. So it reloaded for us. And voila! You can now see it has a sign in with Seznam, ready to go. And if I opened up, I get this. Of course, it's invalid because it's not the redirect that I originally put in. So I'll fix that in a moment. In a moment, I mean after bathroom break. So now we have fixed here quite a important part of Meteor. So we had that. We'll have to check this. Let's see if this one is going to work. And I think it's for the encryption. So we'll test that in a moment as well. Here we have just a few stylistic, didn't find anything here. I will ignore the shrink wraps, or actually no, just a small it's patch updates, and that's always good to have there so that less complaints from security audits. Then just to make sure, here we have all the necessary stuff for this. Probably add the login stuff. That's fine. So what I'm going to do is right now is to remove this and start our test app with these settings to make sure that things it gets their stuff from the settings as well on the startup. So we should probably see an error if there is an issue. There is not. it's all configured. And if we look in database, where's refresh? Over here, it is there. The only thing that's missing there is the login style pop-up, which is also the default. So not absolutely necessary to be there. So we fixed that as well here. Okay, another just quick shrink wrap. And that means that the last thing is to check here is the OAuth encryption, which we'll add right now just to test this as well. Come on, come on. Start again with our settings, see if there's any issues with that, what we fixed there. Doesn't look like it on the first try, but I don't think it encrypted anything. Yikes. That does looks exactly the same as we had it. Let's just check that's the OAuth server over here. Because the idea here is that you get the cursor and then you can iterate on it and you get it and it does things. But I think the secret is still open. Yes, that's the secret that we still have out there, which we do not want. So this did not go as it should, because there is no like algorithm or anything. So this for each async. Okay, let's try to get it back and just use update async. So it run. Why did it not work? Oh, I know why. And let me then revert my changes because we have not provided the encryption. Encryption, which let's see, where was that? Oh, I will have it. So that's under account base. So if we go to our application, have here accounts base package. In there, we'll generate we need to figure out the OAuth secret, and I'll show you guys how to get the proper code for it. If we go to the packages over here, and there is going to be, or should be, yes, OAuth encryption. it also tells you pretty much how you can just run this command and it will generate some random code like this, which you put in here. And now, started, we should get either an error because I did something wrong, or it should encrypt our secret. So, yep, you see it's now encrypted and ready to go. So that's, I hope if you have not been doing this already, this is a must if you are using with OAuth to have. Now that we have fixed this, let's push that here. OAuth UI methods fixes. And I'm just going to create a new branch here because otherwise it's going to be a problem. Feature fix OAuth UI methods. Adding what is it, credentials, or adding service configuration. UI method fix. And then we have the encryption. We create encryption sync. So that's why we have the beta, so we can check all these things. Quite lucky that we tested it before went to another one. So we'll submit that. We'll create a PR shortly. But for now, let me get my info screen. I'm not finishing. I'm taking a quick break for a bathroom break. So in about 3 minutes, 4 minutes, I will be back and we'll continue where I left off. So for you guys, get some water and then we'll finish this bad boy by making sure that we can log in with our new provider and that there are no issues, which should be just a quick fix. Okay, chat with you in a moment. All right, I'm back. How is everybody? Hope you got some drinks and got ready because we are about to get this thing finished. So the issue we have that so we'll get here. Apologies, it's apparently only in English that we need to add here instead of the proper redirect. So now that with this redirect done, we can go to our test app. Out. Check that. Oh yeah, that's that. And actually, I'm seeing here because as origin for the universe, this is also wrong. This is no way that's going to work. So now that we fix that, let's see. Yay! Look at that. No, not working logo. Or maybe it's because I have, which is most likely the case if I get down the shield. Maybe. No. Let me just quickly check because this annoys me. Oh, interesting. It's an issue with our CDN. Okay. That's unfortunate. Maybe it could be because I told them not the CDN not to give it to anybody except us. So okay, so that's my mistake. Something that I have to fix in the future. But anyhow, we have this going on, and now let us debug if everything goes well. So this has not changed, so that means things did not go well. And we have here error in OAuth server cannot read properties of undefined reading for each. Which looks like a Meteor issue. So here we are back at over here. So somewhere in here is a for each. Oh wait, was this on? Did it just appear or? Well, server. Okay. Accounts. Out server. Line 412. That's not this one. It should be. See, we have quite a few out servers. So it's going to be. Okay, so that one is on here. Does this one have enough lines to justify? Yes. 412. So this is where this warning came from. And so end of login response. Tells error. This is cannot read properties of undefined for each. Let us then do a check here if we have any. You have one for each. Oh, I see. This is because I've changed here own scope from whitelisted fields. So this is my error, not Meteor. Good to know. And wait. Okay, identity username is still there. So what you can actually do here is then return more stuff to the user object. But let us try sign in one more time. And we are in with our username. Ladies and gentlemen, we got it. And with that, and fixing a few bugs, we have a new OAuth provider, but we are not done yet. This next step, I am going to, let's see, just prepare, not really test, I guess. I have to check which branch I should be working on this, which is, as I promised at the beginning, is our, let's see, where do we have that? I guess I need to open it again. Publish composite. Very nice and handy. No, not publish composite. It's the link account. Where is my link account? Where did I put it? There we go. So we started here. Yikes. A lot of things. Let me just do a pull. Here on actually on the beta. And here we have the master. So where is this? Okay, so somebody else. Okay, so we have the, let's start with the master because we're just adding to our existing one. So let's do this while we can. We are adding a new provider here. See here, this is set up into the core services and community services. We'll be adding a new one. We'll use the Discord one as a template, as we have used for right now. And what this does, it adds link with Discord, link with Seznam, or whatever it is. First of all, you need to be logged in to use it. I'm going to these extra ones. That's because there can be multiple outs. And first we check here if you actually have the package. And then we do the Seznam OAuth package that we need, because with the package we check that it's there, first one, and then we actually are going to call the OAuth package and do the request the credentials So it will again trigger everything. Let's check we have everything here correctly. And I don't think we need to do anything else. This will just to trigger it. And then based on everything over here, it will then intercept the return request and make sure that it is added to our user. So here we just need to do import community services Seznam. Yeah, so this is where this is happening. Let's check. Do we have any special imports over here? No. Here we prepare the added account Seznam. So we've got that, and it will be version 2.9 in the future. So we can get this thing ready. And I don't think there's anything else for us to do. So yeah, you can see this on my personal website working if you go into the settings or on Meteor Universe as well. You just click on whichever service you want to add, and once you go through the process, it will add you. I don't want to stretch this too long because I promised a friend and a family member I'm going to play a game with them tonight. So I don't think 12 minutes to add all the functionality. We could, but I'm feeling a bit lazy because I also want to get a nice dinner. Apologies, guys. So that should be as far as I can say. Really, I think, and actually now if you do let's actually try the sign in again. Let's make sure that we've got still only one user. Perfect. And here under services, says now we see the username, domain, email, and everything else that we set there, so you can get the full picture. We have the basic scope of identity. So now, since we are getting it through the settings, let's close the link accounts for now. We are back here on our testing application. I think what we should do, make sure that scopes and go beyond the basic scope. So we have identity. And let's see what else did we have there for our Seznam identity. I want to get the avatar and adulthood as well here, just to kind of test this out. And for us, therefore, we should make sure that in this service data that we get all the extra so adulthood scope, and that is just true if adulthood is there, but let's keep it the same name, just make it here, and we then have the contact phone scope. And it properly predicted it there. So if it's there, let's see our, so you can see the scopes are here. So when creating, let's see, on the client, you have request permission, which gets scope. Okay, so we need to put it on the client. So, yeah, so when you are opening that on the client, that should do it. I'm kind of curious if maybe, how can we do this better? Because you can do overrides with this as well. So we can also do config.scopes. Let's try that. Let's try that. Let's have it's on the client. So let's see if this actually gets put to client when this is working. Let's see if we can get more just the identity there. So we sign out. We sign in. It does not says that was being requested, which is not a good. Okay. Okay. So yeah, now it says here that we have changed things, and it does not like that. That's unfortunate. Let me see if I can quickly check here in the. Okay. Okay. So it's probably malformed on our side because it's not plus. They have different scoping joint here. So now if I go here, click on this, now you can see what I'm requesting in addition. So email, name and username, age information, and profile picture. And I can unselect your profile picture because, of course, that's not a critical information that they need to know. So continue. And if I go to our user now, under services Seznam, we have, wait, I'm not an adult. What? We have the information here. So we have the email. We have, let's see, do we have the avatar? Username, ID. Right, okay, so because it's avatar URL. So was that? Oh, that's on the server. I have to properly put it here. What I am confused is how the heck am I not set as an adult? And Seznam will have to have a chat about that because I am, of course, adult. Let's see. Personal information. Maybe because I have not set it up for some reason. Okay, let's just go via my ID, which is a very nice check service. Yes, it is me. So I'll give them my information, and now here's the password. Don't save my password. I have stuff for that. Okay. Yay. So my date of birth is here. Add it. Correctly. By the way, my birthday is coming up. And let's try our test app again. Oh, wait, what? No, maybe because right now it was refreshing. So let's see if it refreshed the information. Still false. Okay, so this is between me and Seznam. We'll have to figure out why the heck am I not an adult? Which I would be freaking 34. So of course I'm an adulthood section. Or maybe did I misread this? Where is it? Adulthood. So I will have to figure out with this service provider that did not work. Or what I can do here, I can just delete myself as a user and try in from scratch just to force the new data. And quickly check. Okay, still adulthood false, so I think it might be. I still have not had some of their verification or whatnot, maybe, or it might take a while to go through the database because okay, so it probably did not go through the full verification stuff. And I can try bank ID, which is a new thing in Czechia as well on this, but that will be outside of the stream. So anybody, any questions? Anything that you want me to do? We have a working OAuth here, all the basic stuff. I will be publishing these packages later, probably tomorrow, because right now, as I said, I'm going to get some nice dinner, and then I have an appointment for some needed relaxation. So probably tomorrow I'll be publishing these packages and then adding the updates to our link accounts as well. So any questions? Anybody wants to quickly join me or on here? If not, then I'll go over the schedule for the coming month. Next week on Monday, I'll be going back to Vecan and working more on my PRs and seeing what else can I help to improve. Primarily, my main focus on getting my collection to upgrade PR hopefully fixed. Fingers crossed. Then the week after that, there will be no stream because I will be on the road most likely, or maybe if anything, it will be like a quick emergency stream. It's probably from the hotel or something like that. But I do suspect that it will be Monday. It might be possible, but no promises on that one. It will be in the morning in America. And the week after that, I have a birthday stream on the 25th of March. And let's see. Yeah, and then the Monday after that, we are in April. So 1st of April, April's Fools. I'm thinking that I will be either talking with Alim Ghaffar about the you could say technological accelerationism, probably the only accelerationism that has any positive connotation, and even this one a bit iffy if you take it to the extreme, but that's kind of what accelerationists do. So we'll probably talk on that, or I might look on Packosphere and other package related systems to do some updates on those and see how they works and all that stuff. So all for Meteor 3. So it will be one of those two, based on if I can get some, say, time with Alim or figure out which one would be better. You can let me know in the chat which one would you prefer. But I'm seeing Laura in the chat is super excited about next week. And with that, let me stop screen sharing at least for now. So yeah, with that, thank you very much for joining me. Good rest of the day, or good evening, or good night for wherever you are. After this, make sure to stretch your legs, get some drinks, and be healthy. If you like what I'm doing, I would be very much, or I would appreciate if you would consider sponsoring me. Last week I submitted a PR to Meteor itself based on one of my sponsors' requests. So links to my GitHub sponsorship are in the chat as we speak, and I'll probably add them to Twitter later on as well. And with that, thank you very much, and I will see you next Monday. So yeah, thank you very much, and see you then.